What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Blind Guardian. Yes, indeed, Blind Guardian fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Jonah R. And Jonah wanted to see me react to this song by Blind Guardian called Mordred's Song. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. Best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Virtual VH 3 Culturomanic. Yeah, we'll go with that. And the video has 40,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Blind Guardian, Imaginations Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, we're back to this concert again. Full concert, 720p, 50 FPS. Yeah, okay, sure. Look, this is a full show. This is a full concert. Jonah wanted me to start this song at 43:13, which is right where we're at. And I'm supposed to end at 48:55. Well, we'll see how that goes. You know, sometimes I hit the mark, sometimes I don't. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Wasn't done. The spirit sunken deep into the ground. Why am I alone? I can hear my heartbeat. Silence all
around. 100. Not very loud. So we're primarily in D, which is my favorite key. I'm really digging that. The feel of the song is nice. The groove is nice. Okay, it feels good. Everything about the song is making sense. Like as far as chordal progression, melodic lines, notation, rhythmic patterns. It all makes sense. Everything is lining up. Okay, it all sounds good. It's all pleasing to the ear. Is this the most impressive song I've ever heard by Blind Guardian? No. I've heard other songs by Blind Guardian that are much more impressive than this one is. It's not bad. Okay, it's a good song. It's a really good song. I would not say great, but it is good. It's really good. Vocally, if I'm being honest, I think this might be one of the strongest vocal deliveries I've heard from their lead vocalist. Not so much as far as notation, although he is getting up there, but more about his delivery, his projection, his power. I'm really feeling it in this song, which is nice. But as far as instrumentation goes, actually, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's one of the more simplistic songs that I've heard from a musicality standpoint, other than the guitar solo. The guitar solo it has some pretty tasty parts in it. But for the most part, like most of the song, the chordal progression, the rhythmic placements, the rhythmic patterns, the accents, it's pretty, by their own standards, it's pretty basic stuff. So I think that might be one of the reasons why the song is so easy to listen to, is because it is an easy song. This song is probably one of the most, I guess, good way to put it, it's one of the most digestible songs that I've heard so far from Blind Guardian. Like I can imagine anybody hearing this song and they can enjoy it. You know, they'll at least listen to it and go, that's all right. I can handle that. Where there have been other songs by Blind Guardian where you play it for non-metalheads and they're going to be like, it's too much. You know, it's too intense. It's too this, it's too that. This isn't too anything. It really isn't. It's out of all the songs I've heard from them, it's kind of laid back, which is unusual for them. So, but I think that makes it more accessible. So, anyway, let's where are we at here? We got about 2 minutes to go. Let's finish it out, and we'll get to the review. Getting up there, it was nice. But it was just, again, getting up there was nice, but it was his delivery that really messed it up. 48.55. Right on the mark. Perfect. Okay. Not gonna be the highest score I ever gave Blind Guardian. If I'm being honest, it might be one of the lowest scores I've ever given Blind Guardian. I'm just trying to pre-frame you guys so it's not such a shock. It's probably going to be one of the lowest scores I've ever given them. Okay, but it will be in the positives. I promise you that, because there wasn't anything bad about this. There really wasn't. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Blind Guardian with Mordred's Song. This was a request from Jonah R. Okay, got a score, and yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is the lowest score I've ever given Blind Guardian, but at the same time, we are in the positives, okay? So it's not like we're going down into the bad scores. We're not under 5. We're not going into the bads or the terribles or the horribles. No, we're in the positives, okay? Guaranteed. And I knew we were going to be in the positives. I just didn't know where. But I had a feeling we were going to be getting the lowest score I've ever given them. And sure enough, after I gave the score, I went back and I checked all the scores I've given them so far. And yeah, this is the lowest one. But it's not by much. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation a 7.1. Yep, 7.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.1. What does that mean? Well, a 7.1 would translate to a really good skill rating, because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. That's B as in boy. So there you go, a 7.1, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. I'm going to start in a really weird place. I'm going to start with the live show. And the reason I'm starting off with the live show is I want to knock it out of the park and get it out of the way, because honestly, it was a non-factor in this situation. It didn't help, but it didn't hurt either. Luckily, it didn't hurt. Just if you go on the checklist, let's just see. Okay, really quickly here. Stage presence, yeah, check. They got that. Stage energy, nah. Kind of, sort of. It was very casual, but there was a little bit of movement and motion on stage, so I'll give it the check, but it's a weak check. Stage interaction, none. Zero, zilch, nada. There was none whatsoever. Crowd interaction, again, there was, but it was just very casually done. It wasn't really done with any kind of intent. It was just more theatrical gestures than it was actual intended interaction with the crowd. But it was still movement and motion that was aimed at the crowd. So I guess we'll give it the check for that. Sure, why not? They can use all the help they can get. Moving on to showmanship. Again, it's a check, but it's a weak check. It's nothing that really stood out and made me go, wow. There wasn't any one particular moment that sticks in my head. It was very casual. So it's there, yes, but not in any grand capacity. Production, the lights were designed to go with the show, so I guess we'll give them that. But so basically, you're weighing the good and the bad of the live show, and it pretty much evens itself out. So the live show had absolutely nothing to do with the score. It didn't help, it didn't hurt. So that 7.1 really is for the song, okay? So before people go, well, didn't the live show help or did the live show hurt? It didn't do either, okay? So let's put the live show aside. The 7.1 really is for the song. It's one of the simplest songs, if not the simplest song that I've ever heard from Blind Guardian. It was very easy to follow. I would dare say predictable. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people put this negative context on that word predictable, and I absolutely do not understand why. If you look at the history of music, look at all the hit songs there have been, and most of them will follow some pretty important concepts, and a lot of them will follow the same patterns as far as songwriting and song development and song arrangement. A lot of hit songs have been written with that Z pattern. You know, root to 6, you know, to the 3 to 7, you know. A lot of hit songs have been written with that. I'm not saying this one was written with that. I'm saying, I'm giving this as an example, okay? So a number of hit songs from the 40s all the way through modern days, you know, all the way up into 2025. How many hit songs have we heard that follow that same V pattern, or that same Z pattern, or V pattern, depending on whether they go up to the 3 or down to the 3? But it's the same notation, though. It's still root 6, 3, 7. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So many hit songs have been written following that same pattern. It's a very pleasing to the ear pattern. Okay, that's just one example. This song, you heard where its movement was going. Like when it would go down to the flat 6, you knew we were gonna resolve to the 5 before we would move on to, you know, going back up to the root again. You know, you could see it coming. You could see it developing. And is that a bad thing? For some people, they're going to say yes, because it's predictable. And I don't understand why people put such a negative context on that word. There's nothing wrong with writing a song that is predictable. You're following trends, you're following patterns that other bands have had success with. What's the problem? I don't understand the problem at all. You're gonna try and emulate and get the same results that other bands have had great success with. So what you're hoping for is you'll have great success as they did, following the same concept, following the same program. I don't see the problem. I really don't. What's wrong with having success? I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. I know people are going to say, oh, that's selling out. You're absolutely right. It is selling out. Every single seat in the house, every 18 inches, you're going to sell it out because you're going to write songs that people love. Again, I don't see the problem. Yeah, that's how you're going to make money. I mean, I don't get it. But some people have a problem with it. I think it's very pleasing to the ear, and this song absolutely was. It flowed very well in a lot of different ways. Every single direction it went, it sounded good. There was not one single time where I was sitting there scratching my head going, I wonder why they did that. Nope, that never happened. Not once. Everything lined up. Everything made sense. So I don't see the problem with that. But there's going to be those people out there who are going to be like, oh, it was predictable, so I hate it. Okay, well, fine. Well, listen to Mr. Bungle, I guess. You talk about a band that's unpredictable. Here's another band for you. You want an unpredictable band? Go check out Spock's Beard or Liquid Tension Experiment. Either one of those bands. Go check those bands out. Guarantee you, if you like unpredictability, you're gonna love them. Enjoy it. Have fun. I will take a song like this any day. It was pleasing to the ear. It flowed well. Everything made sense. Musicianship across the board was solid work across the board. The guitar solos, yes, they were nice, absolutely. But I've even seen more impressive guitar solos from Blind Guardian with other songs. The guitar solo here, by their own standard, was a little more on the simplistic side. Let's be honest here. But it fit the context of the song like a glove. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it's not the most impressive song I've heard from Blind Guardian, but at the same time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's nothing that they did poorly. There's nothing that they did badly. There's nothing about it that was sloppy. Everything lined up. Everything was solid. Everything sounded good. So for anybody going, oh, that's a terrible score and he hates the song. No, I don't hate the song. I actually enjoyed the song. Believe it or not, I think I enjoyed this. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I think I enjoyed this song more than I've enjoyed other more complex songs from Blind Guardian. Yes, they were more impressive, but if I had to choose between listening to those more impressive songs or this more simplistic song, believe it or not, I'm probably going to pick this one because it's more enjoyable to listen to. It's easier to listen to. It's more satisfying to listen to. So 7.1. I know people are gonna go, oh, that's a low score. And okay, fine. By Blind Guardian standards, you're right. It is the lowest score I've ever given Blind Guardian. It's probably the least impressive song I've ever heard from Blind Guardian. But at the same time, it's one of the most enjoyable ones. And like I have always said on the channel, I'm gonna wrap it up here, I promise. I have said this time and time and time again on the channel. I don't have to love a song to give it a high score. By the same token, I don't have to hate a song to give it a lower score. I like the song, I do. But based on its merits, I do feel it's probably one of the least impressive songs. But I still enjoyed it. And if I had my druthers, I'd listen to this one any day of the week. So yeah, 7.1, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.1, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.